Hello everybody and welcome to Fitness Reloaded. I'm your hostess Maria, and today what we're gonna be discussing is the innocent habits that might be making you put on excess fat and live less healthy. So there are some things that many of us are doing and we think they're benefiting us, but in reality they're harming us. So what are those habits we're going to start reviewing today? Let's get going. So the first habit I want to discuss is moderate or light drinking. Okay, I discussed drinking in detail in my alcohol video about the 5 order effects of alcohol on your weight loss. And what most people don't realize is that moderate or even light drinking does affect your weight loss and makes you live healthy in ways that you did not expect, okay? And it's not just the calories. For example, let's say you have 2 cocktails a week. I'm just gonna run you quickly through the math. That's, let's say, 400 calories a week, okay? Multiply that by 52, gives us almost 21,000 calories a year, which gives you almost 6 pounds of fat. So this is 6 pounds you're not losing or 6 pounds you're gaining because of your 2 cocktails every week. This might look like a lot to some people because even if you're gaining 2 of those pounds because you might be compensating in other ways, that's still 20 pounds, let's say, in 10 years' time. And that is a very common pattern for many people. Weight gain just creeps in with time. But the thing is, it's not just the drinking itself. So that's why I want to encourage you to go watch my alcohol video. It's also the overeating that might happen because you're drinking. It's also the hangover that might happen the next day that makes you do less things. It might be the pity party about what happened the day before with your drinking and your overeating that might make you gain even more calories. Again, go watch my alcohol video. You need to be very clear on the math and you need to examine your behavior and make the best decision for you. How much is okay and how much is not okay. Now, when it comes to health, please just Google alcohol and cancer. It's gonna be eye-opening because most people drink like it's no big deal. But most people do not realize that alcohol is poison. And that doesn't mean you should not drink, but it does mean that you should know that this is what you're doing, okay? So keep it in mind when you're drinking and do your research so you know what you're doing. Now I'm gonna move on to the next one, and that is not walking an additional 15 to 20 minutes a day, especially if you're sedentary. Now those 15 to 20 minutes do not need to be in one segment. You can be doing 5 minutes in the morning and then 5 in the afternoon and 5 minutes at night. And they don't need to be structured exercise where you put on your training shoes and you go outside and walk. It could be as simple as when I'm on the phone, instead of sitting down and being on the phone, I walk around the house, or even I go outside when I'm on the phone or when I have a meeting. These are small ways to increase your activity. Now, why is this important? It's greatly important from the health perspective because these 15 to 20 minutes a day, this is 5,000 steps, and this is enough to take someone from the sedentary category to the light activity category, so you're no longer sedentary. The people who are sedentary are the ones who have the highest effect from living a sedentary lifestyle when it comes to longevity. So you really want to avoid being in that category. So if you're able, okay, if you can get up and walk and do more movement, you should not miss out on those 15 to 20 minutes a day in total, okay? This is just steps in a day. It's 5,000 steps, and if you have a watch or if you have a phone that tracks your steps, take a look. How many steps are you doing? Are you doing 5,000 steps or less? If yes, definitely increase your steps by 5,000 a day. And you don't need to even do it in just one step. You could aim for, let's say, 1,500 more the week after, okay? And then you can keep on increasing until you reach 5,000 steps more a day. It's really not a big deal. You can make it part of your life. It will take some small changes, like walking around when you're on the phone. Seriously, it can be as simple as that, okay? Housework also helps you add steps. You're gonna have a cleaner house as well, and you're gonna be healthier. Now, from a weight loss perspective, that can help raise your metabolism, okay? It might make you burn as a default because of your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's how it's called, that part of your metabolism that has to do with your activity in general during the day when you're not doing structured exercise. So if, let's say, you're walking around as you're on the phone with your friends or your mom, this counts as non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and that could be an extra 100 calories a day, for instance. And it might not seem big. Oh, 100 calories a day, yes, but 100 calories every week, that's 700 calories. That's significant. In a year, that would be 36,500 calories, which would give you 10 pounds of fat that you're either not losing or gaining because you're not doing those 15 to 20 minutes a day. Okay, most people try to blow out of proportion exactly how much activity they should be doing, but really, even small steps like that do add up, okay? Now, I do not recommend you do it for the calories. I recommend you do it because it's healthy, makes you feel better than just sitting around all day, okay? So especially if you're sedentary and if you are able, if your legs are walking and you can move, then take advantage of that and move a little bit more, Make that a goal. You see big benefits. It's simply not okay to just sit. And the reason this is an innocent habit is that even though most people know that being sedentary is not good, most people do not realize that a small habit like those 15 and 20 minutes that you're not doing, so the choice to not make those extra 15 minutes total, is so harmful, but it is. Now, number 3, is when you choose to drink sugary drinks because sugar is natural and you're afraid of artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, It looks innocent, but in reality, you are increasing your consumption of added sugar, 1 can of Coke is almost 140 calories that you'd be better off not drinking, and not including in your diet. And you're afraid of substances that have been studied for decades, most of them such as aspartame, so many studies on them. You would need to drink 19 cans of Coke to exceed the safety limit. So you with your 1 can or 2 cans or who knows how much you're drinking, I'm pretty sure you don't get nowhere near the 19 cans of Coke amount, So it's almost 7 liters of Diet Coke that you will need to drink when it comes to aspartame specifically. So I really want to encourage you, when possible, switch sugar with either artificial or also natural sweeteners that don't have calories or have very low calories. The next one is eating organic. You think it's benefiting you, but if you're choosing to eat something that is organic, that has maybe more saturated fat, which will make it more healthy, or it has more sugar, or it's more calorie dense, then you are harming your weight loss, you're harming your health, and you think you're actually benefiting your health. This is extremely common, especially in the snacks section. Organic, just set it aside, turn around the package and look at the nutrition label, How many calories do you have? For how big is the serving? Saturated fat, is it high, is it low? Fiber, is there any fiber in it? Make your decisions, especially at the snack section, based on the nutrition label, and do not think about, is it organic or is it not organic? Just choosing blindly versus based on whether something is organic, that is very likely to not benefit you. You're very likely to be making not so good choices, because you don't have the right criteria in mind. Organic doesn't mean you will lose weight, and organic doesn't mean you will live healthier. It really depends on the exact thing that you're buying, and you have to evaluate each thing individually and not with blanket statements. Sometimes organic will win and sometimes it will lose. It depends. The next one that I want to talk about is a mental habit, This is part of mindset. I call it actually the enemy mindset that has multiple of those behaviors, and it is to postpone something for later. So, for example, I know I need to meal plan, I'm gonna do it later. I know I need to do my exercise, but let's say I can't do it right now in the morning because I'm in a hurry or whatever, so I'm gonna do it later. And sometimes that is true. And it makes sense to not do something today, but do it tomorrow. To not do something in the morning, but do it in the afternoon. But many times I see this strategy being abused by people. The I'll do it later is code word for I will never do it. Because later will come and then I will find another excuse not to do it. So if that is the case for you, if saying I'm gonna do it later is a pattern that makes you not do it, then saying to yourself, I'll do it later, should serve as a cue for you to do it right then and there and to not postpone it. Because you have been abusing this strategy and you telling yourself, I'm going to do it later, it's just a way for you to not do it. So if you want to do it, if you have set a goal and you want to reach that goal, do it. You tell yourself do it later, it's like, that's me trying not to do it at all, but that's not what I want because I want to get where I want to go, so I'm just going to do it right now. it is an innocent habit because it's like, no, I'm going to do it. It's just later. So you feel like you're not missing out when you tell yourself, oh, I'll do it later. But in reality, you will not do it. So it is harming you. And it's very subtle and very persuasive. So don't fall in this trap. The next habit is excusing going off plan by saying you'll catch up. Catch up culture. At Fitness Reloaded, for the people who sign up for the Weight Loss Habits Academy, we do not allow catching up. You're not allowed to catch up. You're allowed to go off plan. Okay, so you can overeat, you can overdrink, you can skip doing all your habits, you can do all of that. But you can't say, oh, I'm going to, let's say, overeat by 500 calories a day, so I'm going to catch up tomorrow by having an additional deficit of 500 calories. Okay? You cannot do that. You cannot play catch up because that is a slippery slope. People who do that tend to feel very demotivated because then they ask too much of themselves. Then they find it very hard to keep up with catching up and doing their normal things, and then they feel demotivated. And it's a bad place to be in that makes weight loss very, very unpleasant, and it makes everything feel like a chore. And weight loss is self-care. So do not tell yourself you're going to catch up. It feels like you're doing the right thing. I'm going to do these things that I'm not supposed to now, but I will catch up, so there's no problem. Innocent habit, right? Yes, innocent at the moment, but then it's going to be really, really, really tough for you to catch up, and it has a cost on your mental health, on your motivation, and you're very likely not to catch up at all. You're actually even more likely to not even do your regular habits when you ask of yourself to catch up and do your regular habits. So no catching up, just take the heat. That's what I advise my people. Take the heat. So if you do want to learn more about it, let's say if you sign up for the academy, and it's free to sign up, okay, there's a free trial. Go do the PT Party course that's under Mindset, okay? That's where I really talk about it. I talk about taking the heat and accepting the damage and the damage of what it is you think you did, and then moving forward and brushing it off, okay? Because that's part of learning to be okay with it, okay? Not have it affect you. And you will have it affect you if you try to play catch up. We don't want that. You went off plan, that's okay, move on now. You're gonna learn how to do this through coaching, okay? When you come to our coaching meetings, but also I have it in the course and it's right there for you. And even if you sign up for a free trial, we have enough time to just go do the whole course. So go do it, fitnessreloaded.com. And finally, the next habit is excusing not executing on a healthy behavior because it does not matter. That often goes together with the I'll do it later. Okay, those two are lovers. They're both part of the enemy mindset, and they are lovers because you're saying, I will not do my exercise now, I'm gonna do it later. And then later comes you don't want to do it, and you're like, it doesn't matter anyway if I don't do it one day, that's okay. Listen, it is true that when it comes to small behaviors, planning, exercising, any one of those things that helps you live a healthy lifestyle, not doing it once, it's really not big of a deal. Like, who cares? Again, the problem with this attitude is when you abuse it. When you find that you have a pattern of not doing things because you tell yourself it doesn't matter. You're telling yourself your dreams do not matter. It feels true in that moment because that small thing on its own, it's really not that important whether you do it or not. Or when you consistently not do it, then it makes a huge difference. So if you tell yourself it doesn't matter, and if that's a pattern for you that makes you sabotage your goals of losing weight or living healthy, then again, you have to do the same thing with what I advise you if you're the type of person who says, oh, I'm going to do it later. And that is, when you tell yourself it doesn't matter, that should serve as your cue to actually go do that thing that you want to postpone or avoid doing. Because it actually does matter. Because those behaviors will help you feel better, okay, and live a healthier lifestyle. It does matter. In a previous video, I talked about the value of selling small behaviors to yourself. Sell small behaviors to yourself. It was in my first day of dieting tips that predict long-term weight loss success. And this is pretty much what it comes down to. These small behaviors do matter. They have benefits on their own. They have even more benefits when combined with other behaviors, but even on their own, they have merit. And one of the merits that all these small behaviors do have is the ability to trust yourself. That you're the type of person who said is going to do something and then you go ahead and follow through. You execute on it. You don't have distrust of, oh, I'm not the type of person who does not follow through. That's not trusting yourself. But imagine if you were to say you're going to do something and then you actually do it. How would that feel? That's just one of the benefits. There are many more, and go watch my first day of dieting video if you want to learn more about it. Now, with all of this, okay, the drinking, the walking, the education about organic and sweeteners, and definitely the mindset, please come sign up for a free trial for Fitness Reloaded and see for yourself how this is different than anything else you might have tried out there to live healthier or lose weight. It's free to join, so there's nothing for you to lose and so many things to gain, because we will be helping you change those habits that you might have been practicing for years or decades, and instead create habits that make you happier and that feed your soul and that help you make progress towards your goals. So you don't feel like you're stuck and you're never going anywhere, because that's not a good feeling to feel like you're stuck. Okay, I do not want you to be stuck. So take that next step, go to fitnessreloaded.com and sign up for a free trial. Do not miss the chance to evaluate the program. So go do it. And if you haven't yet done that, please like and subscribe. There's one new video every weekend. So I'm gonna see you again next weekend, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely week. Goodbye.